talk a bit about the learning curve in using a Mac. You know, I find there's a lot of people out there who are really, really just stuck on Windows and don't even want to try the Mac. I had a friend who I was working my Mac system, and I could see him. He was working on a Word document in Word, and he was looking over, and I was using Pages, and I was doing all this cool stuff on my Mac. Not saying that you can't do it on Windows, but I was doing a lot of cool stuff in iWork, and he was and he kind of, you see him look over kind of thing, and I'd go, so eventually he said, well, can I see your Mac? I just want to see how to use it, or want to see what it does, kind of thing. So he looks at it, moves the dock around, 2 seconds later he goes, oh, hands it back. And I find a lot of people are like that. They're interested, and they see Mac users do cool stuff on the Mac, but they're just not ready to learn how to use the Mac. And it's kind of a shame because, I know some people out there who could really, really utilize the Mac operating system. Now, the Mac operating system is not for everyone. Some people don't like it. Some people hate it. I've seen YouTube videos that show that exact point. But also, there's a lot of people out there who can really implement it into their work and really benefit from it. But they're just so stuck on Windows, and they don't want to learn how to utilize a Mac. Constantly, I hear people they look at my Mac and they say, "Oh, these Macs are pretty cool. You could do this and that. I really could be able to use one." And I say to them, "Oh, why don't you use one? Why don't you borrow one of my old ones here? I've got spare iBooks around here that I've collected, and I collect old broken computers and I kind of fix them up. So I've got old iBooks around here I fixed up and I kind of got them. So I said, why don't you borrow one of these? And they really, really don't. They say, oh, well, I don't want to learn because I got to get my work done. I don't want to sit down and learn it. But you really got to. You really have to sit down and learn, how to use a Mac. You learn new things in Windows every single day. There's, different things, like people will say how to use this and how to utilize different things in Windows that you don't even know about. And I really wish people would do that with the Mac too. If they would sit down and work, or at least just sit down for an hour and just work on a Mac and see what it's like. There's just a lot of people discouraged because it's a different operating system. It looks different. And that's the biggest thing, is it looks different. A lot of basic computer users give me that excuse constantly. I'm not saying they're bad for, being stuck on one operating system. I just think, you look at it, and they look at it closely and go, oh, it looks pretty cool, but it looks too different. And it's the same thing. Even Windows users who I show new Windows applications to, that are 10 times better. I still know someone who's on Windows 95 and love it. They won't switch out of it. And I'm saying to them, well, you kind of need a new web browser. That won't, I don't think Firefox even runs on 95 anymore. I don't think the current version does, at least. So, they don't. I said, why don't you switch to something else? Why don't you switch to XP? Your system can run XP. No, looks different. I think things look different constantly in your everyday life. When you're cooking and you see a pot that, usually use a pot that's green, you see one that's red, you're not going to stop using it just because it's red and looks different. I think that's really just a poor excuse for not being able to use something new. Now I realize not everyone wants to learn something new. Some people want to stick on the same, operating system or software forever, and are stuck on that kind of thing. But I really wish some people would maybe expand on that and just be willing to try different software, because there's some software there and there's some hardware out there that really, really it can really be utilized by a lot of people, but some people just, it looks different. And I feel that's the same way with the Mac. I'm not saying that everyone should use a Mac. I'm not saying that, because not everyone should use a Mac. Some people don't like Macs. It's, been shown. Like, I enjoy Mac. I enjoy PC as well. But there's never, I don't think there's ever going to be a point where everyone is on Mac. I think it'll always be that small little competitor that's trying its best. But I really wish more people would just try it. Just try it. Like, I know some people who have, will bash Mac, right? And then I remember this one guy, he bashed Mac, and he said, oh, Mac's just a toy computer, all this kind of stuff. And he tried one weekend, and he loved it. He loved it. The next week, he had a skin on his Vista machine to make it look like Mac, and then eventually, a couple months later, he ended up buying his a Mac Mini, one of the smaller little systems, and he loved it. And I find that can be with a lot of people. If they try it, they may enjoy it. And you know what? One thing I really regret that Apple's done is they've made it too expensive, I think. Just because, I do believe you pay a certain amount of money, you get a certain amount back, kind of thing. Like, if you pay $1,000 for a computer, you're getting $1,000 computer. But if you pay $500 for a computer, you're in return going to get a $500 computer. So, but I really wish that the hardware would become cheaper to build it, because I know Apple really does work hard on building their hardware. That is evident in their systems that they make. But I really wish it would get cheaper to make those systems, just because, I find a lot more PC users would be a little more inclined to maybe try a Mac. Not all Macs are very expensive too. Some Macs are very, very cheap. The Mac Mini is cheaper. I'm not going to say it's like dirt cheap or anything, because it is expensive. But it is cheaper too. It's a lower price point. So if you're to buy a Mac too, you can try that too. But just try it, because there are people who have Macs out there. So try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Really, I'm not forcing anyone to switch. I'm not saying everyone should switch to Mac, because I know that would never ever work. But try something new. The same thing goes for Linux. It's not just Mac. Like, try something different. You really, the more operating systems you know how to use, the more software you know how to use, the really more, you really will find you're a lot more capable. Because, if you, for example, you work, quite a bit of pieces of software, you'd be able to, go to a different job. Like, say you quit one job and go to a different job, and they're using completely different software. If you don't know that software, they maybe won't want to hire you as much, because there's another person who knows that software, and they might want to hire that person. So if you know more software too, it can be great for the job market as well. So that's my little rant on it's not my rant on Switch or anything. It's my rant on try it. Try a Mac. Try Linux. If you're a Mac user, try a PC. I know there's some Mac. Oh, you know what? I'm a Mac user. I love Mac, but you know what? Some of those Mac users really, really annoy me, and will say PCs are useless. PCs are that. Yeah, well, I use a PC as well as a Mac, and PCs are just important as Mac. And Mac is just as important as PC. It's an equal playing field. They're all great, and they're all flawed at the same time. So try something else, And if you're, if you're about to try something new, feel free to email me at Thezrtech and tell me what you're trying new, or put a comment in the section below, because I'd really be interested if you're interested in trying something new and trying a new operating system, or trying new software. Let me know. You can, like I said, you can email me at Thezrtech@gmail.com, or you can reply in the comment section below. Also, if you're interested in these more videos to come, hit the little subscribe button. You'll get a notification when I upload a new video. Also, I do enjoy making these videos, so give me a few stars for my trouble, because I would like to see the appreciation for the videos. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you enjoy my other videos.